as we do the usual embargo for 10:30 this evening. We can see show of hands for the microphone. So please give your name and organisation before the question. We'll do some questions, a couple of questions in Spanish just before the embargo.
Okay. Afternoon, Pep. Your decision to leave out Vincent Kompany and obviously use Sergio Aguero as a substitute against Barcelona has opened up a discussion that this could be the start of phasing them out of your plans. What do you say to that? Out of your plans for the future. This could be the beginning of the end of their Manchester City careers.
But I think I took it. It works? Yeah. Works? Yeah. Works good? No? Yeah. I think I took decisions about with my plans, and my plans is that Vincent and Sergio Aguero, their future from Manchester City. Vincent Kompany was not fit, was not perfect fit. That's why we took a decision, but normally in Camp Nou, between Pablo Maffeo, who appreciate a lot, and Vincent Kompany, normally Vincent Kompany is on the bench. He was not fit. Respect due Sergio Aguero, I said after the game, so it was a decision, tactical decision. I want one midfield player more in the middle, with Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin had the quality as well to hold it behind the line, behind the back four, because it's good in the movements behind the fullbacks. And when he decided to come in the middle to play with Kevin, with Gundogan, and Fernandinho, sometimes with Pavalet and Pablo Zabaleta, that was the main reason, the target, and because I know how difficult it is, but I try to keep the ball in Camp Nou, because always I believe when you have the ball, Messi, Neymar, Suarez, and so on, they don't have the ball. In that moment, they are dangerous as well, but less dangerous, and that's why I decided to move one more man in the middle. I spoke with Sergio and talking about that. He was so understandable, and he helped us a lot in the bench and the last minutes. I thought maybe the last minutes when the game is close, the last 30 minutes, 35 minutes, when the central defender Barcelona are tired, in that moment Sergio helped us a lot. That was the reason why. So, but I am sorry, when Sergio decides to leave from Manchester City, he will be his decision. I appreciate like a football player. I appreciate like a man what he did here. And the next time, before you give that opinion, you can call me. Before you decide he's not in my plans, you can call me before you write if he's in my plans or not my plans. Or call Simon. Maybe you don't have my telephone number, but you have telephone Simon, and he can explain what is the truth.
Hello, Pep. Simon Crabtree from Premier League Productions. It's obviously never nice to get sent off. I'm just wondering how Claudio Bravo has been this week after that red card during the week, and maybe if you feel he's fully settled now into exactly how you want him to play as well.
I know from the beginning when Claudio is going to make mistakes, and he will be in the front page. So I know. So every goalkeeper in the world, every central defender in the world, every striker missing penalties in the world make mistakes. But Claudio has to fight about that. Of course, the most difficult thing in that kind of situations is discriminate when you can pass the ball and play, or can you put the ball long. And sometimes you have to put the long balls. I don't know if this kind of ball had to put long balls, because he was alone, just one guy pressing the ball and three players to pass the ball, and you hit the ball long, and the hit long ball received for the Barcelona player. In that moment, the goal is completely empty. So the decision was not wrong, I think, in that moment. But the action, he didn't pass good, and of course it's so dangerous, and that can happen. It's a pity because in that moment the game it was open, because I think we play until, I saw the game this morning, and until the first goal when Fernandinho asleep, the game was under control and we were playing really well, so the ball with us and in that moment. But it's a good lesson for us. So the last, I think, 3 or 4 times the Manchester City play against Barcelona, most of the time play with 10 men. And Di Michelis was sent off here in Etihad, so most of the times against Barcelona with 11 is tough, guys. With 10 you cannot imagine how difficult it is. But I saw many good things about my team. Many good things. We cannot forget, for example, John Stones, Rush, Gundogan, De Bruyne. Is the first time we go to Barcelona to play in this kind of games. John Stones is just 2 Champions League games, and go there and play in their personality is amazing. So Manchester City was 35 years old, no playing in Europe. So, and we need time. The new players, the last season, Manchester City was the oldest team in the Premier League. And that's why we try to change a little bit for the future. And we need time to face it and learn on that. Of course, we have to learn as quick as possible. Because our drop 2 points in Glasgow, they penalized a lot. And now, of course, we have to win 2 games from 3. And Barcelona at home is not easy. And Germany is not easy as well. So it will be tough until the end. We knew that in the draw. After Glasgow dropped 2 points, I knew that more than that. So we can be out of the Champions League. So it will be tough to go to any finals. But we're going to try like we try. So always I have one game we have a regret. It was in White Hart Lane. The other we play good all the games. And of course what happened from Glasgow, we give the opponents the goals. We give the opponent the concede. The opponents, they don't make too much to score goals, and or improve that or nothing to do. So we create a lot of games, we made a lot of things, and after we miss 2 penalties, the opponents make few things, and the first time is goal. And when that's happened, you cannot compete even to win, to qualify for the Champions League. What I'm talking about, because in that level the opponents are so tough, especially in Champions League. The strikers, not only Barcelona, especially Barcelona, but Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich, and all the players, when the opponents have one chance, is 1 goal. And when they make a good action and they create that, is clap, shake hands, you are top. But what happened in the first goal, and second goal, and third goal, that is the most important, has to improve. It's the same. The first goal in White Hart Lane is own goal. The first goal in Glasgow is offside. The second goal is Raj on goal. The third goal, it was not good defend in the box. And it's always the first time arrived, the second time. Everton arrived 2 times in our box. The second time is goal. When that's happened, it's so difficult. And you have to improve that. In the boxes, to be more, I don't know how to improve that, I'll be honest, I don't know. But I think in the boxes, in defensive and offensive, to be more clinical, more aggressive, because everything happened there. You can create the build-ups, you can create many things. The send-off, the same with Claudio. So in that moment, the game, it was good. We started really good. In the second time, we arrived 2-3 times in the byline with Kevin. And after, it's another game. So it's another game. But I'm going to tell you something. I was trained there in Barcelona, many times. Normally, 90% of the times, when Barcelona in Champions League score 1 goal after 12 minutes, in the half time is 4-0. 90% happened that. The game is over. And these guys, the most of them are young, the first time, they were there, and we tried to attack, to keep the ball, and we had our options. It was maybe a penalty in the last minutes. I think it was penalty, but it does happen. But I didn't complain about offside, the first goal in Glasgow. I'm going to do that. But we had 2 or 3 times a byline with Nolito. We have the option for the Gundogan. We have the free kick from John Stones. So we create many options, but you cannot expect hit 12 options in Camp Nou. So, and we are there in the second time as well after that. So that's why I'm so impressed, and I'm so happy about what we did in that aspect, in the personality. In the boxers, we were not good. When that happened against teams like Barcelona with their strikers and the way they play in the midfield players, so it's complicated. I think that is the lesson. We have to improve as quick as possible. So when we have the ball, and we arrive many times in the boxes to try to score goals, and of course in our boxes to be more aggressive in that terms. After we sent off 10 against 11, you survive. So you can be 30 minutes in your box in defending, but maybe you are in 80 finals or quarterfinals, you have to do that and go there and survive. But 1-0 down, you have to go to score goals, and you make a counter-attack with Kevin. But after against 10, the game was open again, and we were good. But when we analyze 4-0, guys, nothing to do. We lost 4-0. Welcome to the critics side, and keep going.
Pep, Don McGuinness, TalkSport. Just going back to the situation with Vincent, I mean, you've explained the fact with Sergio that he leaves on his own terms. You made that clear. But with the injuries that your captain has had, would that be the same situation with Vincent? Would he be leaving this place on his own terms?
Believe me, I would like, when Vincent is fit, I've never been with him, so training just 1 month, 2 months with him. I've never from the past. So what I saw him when he's playing, when he's fit, guys, he's a real central defender. So I like him. So but we try to to take care of him. He was him in Barcelona. He went to the doctors and said, "I'm not able to play." When the people say no, because Pep, Vincent, and Sergio, you can use me here in the press conference, guys. You can use me here to say the truth. And I'm going to explain always what is the truth and what happened. And the mistakes is the mistakes. So at the end, my decision about Sergio Aguero. We lost 4-0. The guilty, I'm guilty. You want a guilty, I'm guilty. We won in Barcelona, I'm a genius. The 10 games victory, we're going to win 4 titles. You remember that? So now, guys, is 4 games without victory. So it's part of the process. But I have something in my pocket. So in that time, we win 10 times. I said, we are not able to win the Premier League, not even the Premier League. So we are not ready. We are not ready. But I felt that. I felt you have to create a lot to score a goals. And the opponent had to make a few things to receive a goal. And when that's happened, you cannot win. So we won 6-0 in Bucharest. But the result, it was 10-0. Because we create 6 real chances. We missed 2 penalties. And that's why we have to, I don't know how, we have to improve on that. Because in the important games, in the important teams, you don't have many options. The opponents don't have many options. But they are a machine. They don't fail. And in that moment, we have to improve on that. But that is normal. So you are 3 months together, guys. You cannot imagine how difficult it is to build something, to create something. Barcelona, for example, is the last game, is playing in that way for the last 15 years. For most of these are some players that play together. And they play this kind of games like a normal game. And for them, it's in a special game. And some point of that is good because your attention is focused, but they play like a natural way. And like we were not in the Champions League in a long time, in the last year, yes, but like this and like this, we need time to do that. But we make a good things. We make a good process, and some of the things we did it really well. Until 11 against 11, until the send-off from Claudio, the game was there. Against one of the best team. So we were there, and that's why I'm happy.
Hi, Pep. Is Pablo Zabaleta fit this weekend, or
No.
if not, is Bakary ready to return? Do you have an issue in the right back position then?
It's not a big injury, but a terrible in his right foot. So I think he's not able for that game. I don't know next Wednesday in Old Trafford, but Southampton is not available.
You've spoken very passionately about how you want your teams to play and the way they play. When the results are not going well like this, do you ever think, even at the real back of your mind, maybe I should change a little bit?
You would like that, huh? You like that?
It's the way that you think.
Yeah, you know what happened? I think about that, yeah. But after that, the solution is not better than what I believe. So I cannot. Do you know why as well? Because in 7 years I won 21 titles. I'm sorry, guy. I won 21 titles in 7 years. So it's 3 titles per year, playing that way. But if you believe I arrive here and in 3 months everything is going well and you're going to win in Camp Nou 0-4 and going to dominate against that guys and Messi and Luis Suarez and Neymar are going to create nothing and Messi and Iniesta is going to play good. No, I'm good, but not enough. Not enough. No, I'm not going to change. First, it's going to happen that it's not going well in the future, next year is going well in that way, I will go home. I changed the way. But the change doesn't mean not put long balls, that you have to use long balls. So it doesn't change. Sometimes you have to defend a little bit back, of course. I'm not talking about that. So the mentality, the way to play is put the long balls, Claudio Bravo long balls. It's not that. Of course you have to play long balls. It depends if the opponent's come or doesn't come. But the way we want to play, the way the academy tried to play for the long time, is the way I think is good. Because I'm sorry, in the past it going well. So until 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So in Everton, I'm sorry, my best friend, maybe he did it because he's my best friend. One of my best friends, Ronald Koeman, in the press conference, said, never face a team like Manchester City play football like this. Sorry, guys, that is the best title for me. The best compliment I ever received. That is the best one. So an opponent who loves football, who understands us, said, wow, they play good, and we're lucky. Okay. We take a glass of wine, we spoke fluently. I said a big compliment how good they defend. I was impressed, like Jaelke Williams defend all the crosses in the boxes, how they fight 90 minutes. It's not easy to do that. So that is what it is. So that is what I'm looking for against Everton. So we create a lot. We can create more, yes. We have to make a yes. But Everton arrived 2 times in our box. That is what we want to try. And before the goal from Messi, the first goal, the game was with us. So we had the control. But for those guys, we have a miss, Lukaku, a chance, goal. But they are talent. They are good. But it's okay. You need a process to improve that. So I came here for 3 years. So in my 3 years in Barcelona, my 3 years in Bayern Munich was much better than my third month, my first 3 months. It was much better. Because I'm sorry, to become a good journalist, you need time to become a good journalist. You have to write many reports and many things to become better. So it's the same in my case. But it works in Barcelona, was in Bayern Munich, it's not working here. But the players are completely different. I need time to know them. And I need to know how good Sterling, for the first time in the Champions League, would happen in Barcelona. With huge personality, played the second time. With 10 against 11, he checked the ball and play with huge personality in Camp Nou against that team. That is good. Because he's 21 or 22 years old. In the future, will be good for Manchester City, for national team. That is when I want to see you before the game. How your personality playing here? How do you play? And playing with personality. They didn't afraid. They didn't scare. They try. They didn't put in the box. And after that, when we sleep in the first goal, the second goal in the missed penalty, you go in 10 against 11. So we received 3 goals at 10 against 11. 2 assists 10 against 11. So in Barcelona, with those guys, we didn't need absolutely anything to create a goal. So it's not easy.